Hello. You know that story about the psychiatrist and the ink blots? So for those who don't know, this shrink shows a series of Rorschach pictures to someone who has a psychiatric problem. And this patient identifies every single ink blot as some male or female intimate part. After about 20 such identifications, the psychiatrist says, look, I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but you're obsessed by sex. And the outraged patient responds indignantly. What do you mean I'm obsessed by sex? You're the one showing me all the dirty pictures. Whenever I hear of my precious, beautiful, expressive English language being squeezed through the racist filter of some complete nincompoop of a social justice warrior obsessed by racism and treating language like a Rorschach picture in a joke, I get angrier than if I saw someone kicking a puppy, because it's not just the puppy that suffers when some evil-minded arse jumps out at my language and throws acid at it to disfigure it for everyone. This time it's the case of ex-pro tennis player Doug Adler, I've just found out about. He's a sports commentator and was fired about a year ago, branded a racist, lost his job, rendered unemployable, practically tarred and feathered and run out of town. And after a few months of pressure, he had a heart attack. And who could blame him? It's a nice story, isn't it? And it happened like this. Apparently, he'd been reporting on a tennis match between Venus Williams and Stephanie Vergele, and admiring Williams' style, referred to it as a guerrilla effect, which is a common enough expression in the tennis world for that type of aggressive and powerful play. Everything he said around that was obviously angled at Williams' superior skill and tactics, and yet some total tosser, idiot, brainless putz took it to mean that he was referring to a tennis player as a species of ape. And before you could say racist, that's what he was. Tarred, feathered, I said, and run out of town. To whoever picked up this bucket of shit and started running with it, look, this is a dictionary. If you're too undereducated to learn a few words, then look them up if you can read, you bloody idiot. And by the way, the putrescent stench coming up from the suppurating corruption of your loathsome, noxious and pestilential racist brain is practically choking me.